Here we go again, guys, with another one of my prediction videos. This time around, it's Rival, making it to HRX through my prediction bracket. I'll go ahead and show you guys my prediction bracket if you've not seen it quite yet in the previous videos. Let me get rid of this one right there. So this is my predictions. Let me just go over why I think, or the matchups that I think is going to happen for Rival and why I think they're going to make it. Rival, they finished third seed in Europe from the fall split online, so therefore they get a bye in that first round. So if you look at the upper half of the bracket, round number 2 at the very bottom, it's Team Rival up against CLG. I'm predicting CLG should be able to defeat the Australian Atletico team. Then, if all things goes according to my bracket predictions, it should be Rival against Space Station. Historically, North America in Season 5 have not had success versus Europe. I don't expect that to change quite yet. Maybe it'll happen in HRX, but not during placements. Rival should find the victory there. Then, surprise, surprise, Mouse Sports over Obey Alliance in round number 3. So Rival against Mouse Sports. I think Rival should be able to find the victory there. Mouse Sports can throw a lot of surprises in people's way. Obey is not very healthy right now going into the HRX placements, and that's why I have them coming out on tops, and Rival should be able to find a victory there. And then I'm predicting Mouse Sports to make it back up through the finals, where I'll have Rival beat them yet again. So that's my predictions for the brackets. Now let's go ahead as to why I think Rival should be able to qualify to HRX. Now, despite their performance so far online in Season 5 Fall Split, it's been a little bit lower, up to par considering their spring and summer. Much like Space Station Gaming in the North American side, which I recommend you guys to watch that video as well in my previously recorded videos. These teams are very similar, Space Station Gaming and Rival, in terms of decreasing their performance between spring now through fall, where in Season 5 spring, it was an 8-2 run set-wise for Rival, where they finished first seed heading into the Spring Masters LAN. And then guess what? They won the Spring Masters LAN. Very... not cleanly, I would say. They had to battle their way back through Dignitas in a double elimination bracket. It was a very impressive comeback. Wolfie made it happen in that one game with the Discordia, where Dignitas got way too ahead of themselves, and that was very impressive in the springtime. Now, the summertime, things started to get a little bit slower for Rival. They finished second seed next to Energy, that was first seed. Energy made a complete 180 of their spring performance, because Energy didn't even make spring. Now they basically made it to summer, and then they won the whole damn thing. Rival made it to the finals against Energy through the lower bracket, but the same way they did against Dignitas, but this time they couldn't make a comeback in the double elimination bracket format. Energy were just too hot to come back. And then in the fall time, now they're coming in as the 4th seed, where it's going to be actually... oh, yeah, they are 4th seed. Oh, let me go back here. Because my placement prediction, I had them making that bye, but it was actually Obey Alliance that has the bye. But yeah, Rival beating Armada in round number 1. Not expecting anything really different there. Excuse me for that little bit of a mix-up. But yeah, 4th seed even for the fall split. It was 1st to 2nd from spring to summer. Now in the fall, they even skipped 3rd because that's Obey Alliance's spot, going into 4th seed. And Rival have historically had those kinds of performances in Season 4 as well. Online, they were not the greatest contender, but when it came to LAN in Season 4, they were beasts. Let me refresh your guys' memory if you're a newer Smite viewer. So Season 4 happens. This was basically between Season 3, they were known as Cyclone GG. Hazer, the coach, leaves. Alpha Jackal comes in, and then from there on out, Rival looked like a completely different team, even though they had the same exact players between seasons. So springtime comes, online, Rival finished 5th seed. They go 2 victories, 2 splits, and 3 defeats. This is when we had the 2-game splits. So they won 6 games, they lost 8 games total. And they had to go through the gauntlet, where just to qualify to the LAN, where they defeated NRG, the defending champions, back in Season 3. Very impressive stuff. And then once they made it through the gauntlet, first round they defeated Luminosity. Second round, They lost to Obey Alliance, which was the team that ended up winning the whole tournament. So you can't really blame Rival for their slow start in spring, considering where they were in Season 3. Summertime comes around in Season 4, same exact story. 4th seed in online performance, didn't really do too hot, but 4th seed allowed them to qualify to DreamHack Valencia in the Summer Masters. And first round, they defeated Space Station Gaming. Second round, they got their revenge against Obey Alliance, getting a victory there. And then in the finals, they lost to Dignitas, but it was an almost impressive comeback. They lost the first 2 games, won the next 2, and then ultimately fell in game number 5. Shoutouts to Deathwalker bringing the Ares solo lane. That big props to him in that tournament. I lost my shit when that pick was locked in alongside the Athena. And then fall happens for a Rival in Season 4. They finish 3rd seed. They have to go through 2 different teams where they defeated Dignitas 3-0. Like, shut them out completely. And then they defeated Obey Alliance in a best of 5 sets. I think against Obey it was 3-1. And they made it to SWC 2018 as a result. And keep in mind, Rival aren't the only teams that struggle online as well. Back in Season 4 fall, NRG was 6th seed. Let me just put that into perspective. Normally, NRG is like number 1/2 back then in Season 3 and 4, but they finished 6th in Season 4 to the point where they had to go through the gauntlet. And then from the gauntlet, they basically swept the whole damn group play. They were mad as hell. And that's why I'm predicting Rival to go through it as well, because their LAN performance and their online performance doesn't even match. Like, LAN happens, online happens. As long as they make it to LAN, they're going to perform. And placement rounds, I don't think that there's going to be enough of an obstacle for Rival that they can't overcome. Their strategies have stayed the same for the most part, where Ice Ice Baby's playing whatever the hell he wants, and he's making the plays happen. I think that the Mercury is going to be a highly contested pick for him, alongside basically every other jungler. But Rival are able to adapt a little bit cleaner than most other teams for picks and bans. Now, I think that Rival got bamboozled at the last year's Worlds. First round, they defeated Nocturnes 2-0. Second round, it was Energy, where they found a 3-2 victory in the best of 5 set. Crazy set. If you guys have not watched that set, go to YouTube, watch that set. It was mind-blowing, amazing. And then the last finals was against E United, where they only found 1 game, unfortunately. And a lot of that came down to their picks and bans, I think, was just not up to par. Also, not camping Veneno was a big deal, allowing him to just pop off Season 4 MVP. A lot of mid laners have been getting MVP at Worlds. It's really impressive, actually, that teams aren't shutting down mid players a little bit harder. But anyway, neither here nor there. This is why I think Rival should be able to make it through placements. They don't have that big of an obstacle. LAN versus online, they always show up at LAN. It's not going to change here, guys. Rival to HRX. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I got one more video coming out as to why I think CLG will make it to HRX over Obey Alliance. So hope you guys watch that video too. Peace.